Russia, Iran, and India are getting connected soon. The International North-South Transport Corridor, INSTC, is a multi-modal transport network that aims to facilitate trade and transportation between India, Iran, Russia, and several other countries. It provides an alternative to traditional routes that largely bypass certain regions, thus enhancing economic connectivity. The INSTC is a multimodal network of transportation routes that connects India, Iran, Russia, and several countries in between, providing a vital link for trade and transit across the Eurasian continent. While its geopolitical and economic advantages are often discussed, there are several untold or lesser-known reasons behind the corridor's creation and strategic importance. Here are some of the key lesser-known reasons for the INSTC. The INSTC provides an alternative to the Suez Canal, one of the world's busiest maritime routes. For India and other countries in the region, using the Suez Canal to ship goods to Europe or Russia can be time-consuming and expensive due to congestion and unpredictable costs, including toll fees and potential geopolitical instability in the region. By facilitating overland and shorter sea routes through the INSTC, the corridor reduces dependence on the Suez Canal, offering an alternate and potentially faster route for transporting goods. The INSTC connects the Caspian Sea via Iran to the Arabian Sea via the port of Mumbai and other Indian ports, forming a bridge between landlocked Central Asia and the Indian Ocean. This improves connectivity for energy-rich countries like Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, and Azerbaijan, which need a more reliable and cost-effective means of accessing global markets. The corridor thus allows for greater trade in oil, gas, minerals, and other resources from these countries to reach new markets in Europe, the Middle East, and beyond. Central Asia is geographically crucial, but often politically isolated due to historical tensions and the dominance of Russia in the region. The INSTC is seen as an opportunity for these countries to diversify their trade routes and reduce their dependence on Russia. Central Asian countries, including Kazakhstan and Turkmenistan, stand to gain from this corridor, as it enhances their access to global markets without relying heavily on Russia or China. The corridor connects several underdeveloped regions, particularly in Iran and parts of Central Asia. By improving infrastructure and transportation links, the INSTC can stimulate economic development, attract investment, and improve standards of living in these areas. The INSTC can be viewed as a countermeasure to China's growing influence in the region, especially through its Belt and Road Initiative, BRI. While China focuses on building infrastructure from the Pacific to Europe, the INSTC provides an alternative, multilateral trade corridor through India, Iran, and Russia. This alternative route allows countries to access trade routes to Europe without having to rely on Chinese-controlled infrastructure or routes. The INSTC serves as a strategic counterbalance to other global trade routes, such as the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC, and the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI. It allows participating countries, particularly India and Iran, to assert greater influence in their respective regions by improving trade ties and logistical capabilities. The INSTC holds significant promise for the energy sector, especially as it facilitates the movement of oil, gas, and other resources from Russia and Central Asia to global markets. For countries like Iran and India, this corridor is key to energy security, providing access to oil reserves in Central Asia and Russia, while circumventing politically volatile regions like the Middle East. It also helps diversify energy transit routes, reducing the risk of disruptions due to political instability or piracy. The INSTC offers a route that can mitigate risks associated with over-reliance on traditional maritime routes, especially in the Indian Ocean, that may be vulnerable to piracy or geopolitical tensions. The primary economic benefit of the INSTC is the reduction in both transport costs and time for goods moving between India and Russia and Europe. The corridor reduces the transportation time for goods from around 45 days when shipping via the Suez Canal to just 20-25 days through the INSTC, depending on the route used. This acceleration of trade means reduced inventory holding costs, greater competitiveness, and faster access to markets. For example, shipping goods from India to Russia, bypassing the Suez Canal, can cut the transportation time by up to 40%. For Iran, the INSTC serves as a crucial element in its geopolitical strategy. Sanctions imposed on Iran by the West have significantly hindered its economic growth, and the INSTC allows Iran to access both international markets and vital regional markets more easily. By acting as the transit hub for goods traveling from India to Russia and vice versa, Iran can mitigate the economic effects of sanctions and enhance its political influence in the region. The corridor also gives Iran access to revenue from transit fees, providing a much-needed boost to its economy. The INSTC is also a tool for fostering closer cooperation between the countries involved, particularly in the geopolitical context of the Middle East and South Asia. By aligning the interests of India, Iran, Russia, and others, the corridor could promote regional stability by creating interdependencies that make conflict less likely. Cooperation on the development of infrastructure and trade networks can strengthen diplomatic and economic ties, encouraging peaceful resolution of conflicts and promoting long-term economic growth. India's growing economic ambitions necessitate stronger trade routes to Europe and Russia, and the INSTC provides a viable alternative to traditional sea routes. This route helps India bypass logistical bottlenecks in the Mediterranean and connects it directly to key markets in Russia, Central Asia, and Europe. By expanding its trade network, India can diversify its export markets and strengthen its role as a regional economic power. Moreover, the infrastructure developed for the corridor could benefit Indian businesses involved in logistics, construction, and other sectors. The INSTC is unique in its ability to link three continents: Asia, Europe, and the Middle East. By encouraging multilateral cooperation among countries that traditionally have limited economic or trade interactions, e.g., India and Russia or Iran and Central Asia, the corridor strengthens global connectivity. The political and diplomatic alignment required for such a project fosters cooperation across a vast region, promoting regional economic integration and security. The International North-South Transport Corridor is not just about improving trade routes and logistics. While it is widely recognized for its potential to facilitate faster and cheaper trade between India, Iran, and Russia, the corridor also serves a variety of strategic purposes, ranging from energy security and geopolitical influence to regional cooperation and diversification away from existing transport routes. Understanding these deeper, untold reasons reveals why the INSTC is a key element in shaping the future economic and political landscape of Eurasia and beyond. The INSTC supports multiple modes of transport, including maritime, rail, and road, which can enhance flexibility and efficiency in moving goods. This multimodal aspect can be particularly appealing for businesses seeking cost-effective and reliable transport solutions. By linking countries across South Asia, the Caucasus, and Central Asia, the INSTC fosters collaboration among diverse countries, potentially leading to joint ventures, economic partnerships, and improved diplomatic relations. Enhanced connectivity can lead to increased cultural exchange among the nations involved. This not only strengthens bilateral ties, but also fosters understanding and cooperation in various non-economic sectors. The corridor opens new avenues for India and other South Asian countries to trade with Russia and vice versa. This can reduce Russia's isolation from South Asian markets and promote economic ties as well as collaboration in sectors like technology and energy. The INSTC provides India strategic access to the Gulf region and helps it strengthen ties with Iran. This is significant for Indian trade interests, especially in energy resources and food security. Enhanced transport and trade routes like the INSTC can provide resilience against global crises, such as health pandemics or economic downturns. Diversified transport options reduce vulnerability to single points of failure. Central Asian countries have vast natural resources, including hydrocarbons and minerals. The NSTC provides the logistics needed for these resources to be exported efficiently, fostering economic growth and sustainable development. While much focus is placed on the immediate economic and logistical benefits of the international North-South transport corridor, it is essential to recognize these untold reasons for its significance. As the global economic landscape continues to shift, the INSTC could emerge as a key player in fostering greater collaboration and resilience in international trade and transportation. The International North-South Corridor is a transformative trade route connecting India, Iran, and Russia, designed to streamline commerce across continents. Imagine a network of roads, railways, and shipping lanes that reduces travel time and costs for goods moving between these regions. This corridor not only enhances trade efficiency, but also fosters economic cooperation among member countries. By bypassing traditional routes, it opens up new markets and opportunities for businesses. The corridor is a game changer for energy transport too, facilitating the movement of oil and gas, which is crucial for energy security. As nations collaborate on infrastructure development, the potential for growth and connectivity is immense, paving the way for a more integrated global economy.